Mrs. M, the queen before you. Mrs. M, the queen before you. Mrs. M, the queen before you. Mrs. M,
The queen before you. Hey. Welcome. I am Mrs. M, aka the queen. And today I'm gonna do an afternoon live stream reaction where you see the title of Mukbangers T Lee T.V. They're counting over the weekend at a Shogun Japanese restaurant. One of the YouTubers I watched, Nezzy Naps, her dog passed away today. I think she was struck by a car. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So, my heart go out to her. I know what it's like to have little fur babies and pets and, a loss of a loved pet. I think she had her dog for, I forgot how many years, but it was a long time. And her dogs was usually featured in her content. So yeah, my heart goes out to her. If you can, show her some support. Now Nezzy Naps, Nezzy, have a name you wanna call her. Nezzy Naps, Nezzy. I like to call her Nezzy. So yeah, my heart go out to her. Um, I think her dog name is Lulu. I don't know all the details, but yeah, she got hit by a car. Shay, that was the dog's name, Shay. Well, anyway, let me get on to on this content because I want to do some gaming later. Okay. So, T Lee T.V, they're mukbangers on YouTube. They went out to a restaurant pretty much, and things got heated over a roach. So we're just gonna watch this now in real time. Let me share. Let me share. Let me share. And we're also going to check the reviews of the restaurant. Yes. So let's see. Let me share their YouTube page. Of course, the dog gotta make me a feature. TV. So, that is their page, T Lee T.V. You can go and check them out. They have pretty good content, mukbang challenges, and anything else. So, house tours, things like that. So, we're gonna watch this. We got attacked at Shogun's Japanese Steakhouse. We're gonna watch this. It's a 2-minute clip. This one, I think, is when the cops was talking to him. The cops was called right here. So it was like part 1, part 2. Right here is after they came home, and she told details of what's going on. And we're going to listen to a little bit of that too. So watch this. I'm going to watch this one first. I got to mute my mic.
Stop touching me. No, don't touch it. You're moving.
Okay, yeah, record this, please.
You should
record
him.
Record
You're
him.
touching him. You're touching him.
Okay.
Record him.
No,
You're being
what the heck
recorded.
is it?
You're being recorded. You're being recorded.
Yeah, hit the head. Yeah? Doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead. No problem. You're the
You
best.
can't put your hands on anybody.
That's not right. No, he definitely not.
You're going to jail.
Okay, you tell.
Don't run to her.
No, you
Don't run. I swear to God, bro, you ain't got to my mama. Don't get near her. Do not get near her. Do not get near her. Ow. I swear to God. You want to be dead. Do not talk to my mama, bro. I swear to God on everything, bro.
Right there, she messed up. She just threatened that man. She's threatening that man. I get her frustration, but she just threatened him. I'm just.
Hey, don't worry.
You my
Don't worry,
grace
don't worry, he going to
You
jail.
touch my grace.
Okay, okay, y'all can touch your glasses now.
I don't care shit about that. Give me that.
This is ridiculous.
You're going to jail.
He's not.
He didn't eat any food.
He didn't even order no food. He didn't order no food.
He didn't order any food.
He didn't even order nothing. That's not even his food. You look dumb as hell. And then you gonna touch him?
You to stay there. My
Who is
grace.
talking to
She's
you?
got to
Okay, I thought he was talking to
You're
you.
going to jail.
Right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yup, and the police here. Yup, and they here. No, back up. And they here, yup. You don't come to my sister. Go away.
Hey,
No, back up, bro.
sir.
Back up. Give us respect, bro. Like, go away.
Yes.
Right here.
He's attacking
This
us.
guy is attacking us.
Attacking us.
No,
Hold on.
Y'all go over here. Red turn. Take them over
I've been trying to set that.
Yes.
Right, so let me explain to what happened.
That was when the police showed up. So apparently, everybody ate, except for when they heard say he didn't even get no food. They was talking about the husband. He didn't order anything. He just had water. You're gonna hear that later on in the live stream when she explained it further. So he got mad and tried to make him pay, even though he didn't eat anything. So that's what they were talking about. So we're going to listen in, not the whole thing, but when the cops were talking to him. Okay. Let's see. Go back. And pause it. Because I have to mute my mic, otherwise it'll be double. That's a lot of police cars, though. Now, this is what I first saw when I got the notifications. I said, damn, what went down? Oops. I'll turn this down. Thank you for the 5 likes. Okay. But that's when the police arrived. So I gotta mute my mic again so you guys can listen.
Owners, my husband was attacked because there was a roach in my daughter's boyfriend's food, and they wanted them to discount the price, and they didn't want to. Buford, Georgia. What's the address? What's the address? What is it? 3420 Buford Drive.
No one wants to press charges. The manager is okay with footing the bill. You're not going to have to pay for that meal. However, they want you all trespass from the property, so
I will never be back here.
exactly,
They got
exactly. If there was a roach in the meal,
I would
you
never be.
want to go.
There were roaches,
It
definitely.
doesn't matter. Just don't come back to the restaurant.
Oh, we would never come
we'll
back
never come
anyway.
back.
We're going to be filling out forms. We already have 3 of your IDs.
Mhm.
Are you guys adults? Everyone?
Yes.
Everybody but a
Do you have
baby.
your IDs that we haven't gotten? So we can fill out those forms.
Okay. So what about the shoving and the pushing that he did? Is that just
you guys don't want to press charges? They don't want to. They said they don't want to press charges. If you guys want to press charges, you can go to the court, GJAC, the administrative building. You can ask them if to talk to a judge.
His name will be on the.
Try to get some prices.
You'll give us a case number and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A case number?
to take down there? Yeah.
Is the person's name go be involved in the case number, or how would I know who the?
Yeah, we don't know
I
his name or
I don't
anything.
know
Yeah.
I just know what he looks like because I'm here right now.
I spoke with the owner of the business. She said the one meal that she said that's fine. That she's like, y'all don't have to pay for that. All that they asked was just to criminally trespass you guys, which it sounds bad, but it's literally just saying y'all won't come back here. But I told them I was like, I don't think they're ever coming back here anyways if a roach came out of their food. But a criminal trespass basically is just we give them a copy, we keep a copy at our department, and essentially just says y'all won't come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fine? I mean, I figured y'all weren't
No, I
gonna
come back
here.
here.
So
Next time it might be a wrap. I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't gonna. Once the roach ran out, it was just over.
and see, that's the thing. Though I was talking with the owner, and she was like, she's like, it's a restaurant. She's like, sometimes roaches get out, and I was like, how would you feel if a roach came out of your food? And she's like, I completely get it. She's like, the one plate that the roach came out of, we'll discount it, or not discount it, get rid of it, basically. So hopefully that is the happy medium I was looking for. I know this situation sucks in general, but at least no one has to go to jail. You know what I mean?
So question. Even so that gives him the right to put his hands on a person that he think didn't put.
So the way this is where it kind of like.
Would he have been wrong if he hit him for pushing him?
So.
Like, so
I know it's hard for you to. I know it's hard for you to say, but
if I'm leaving, going this way, and you like pushing me, and I'm like, I gotta.
So, like, but they didn't say that. What they said was, y'all like push through them first, okay?
No,
so,
of course they're gonna say that. Of course,
that's
I already know.
I don't take sides. Like that's not what I'm.
So you wouldn't have known whose side was true.
Exactly. So that's why I was trying to say we could try to find the happy. Y'all get the food paid for that the roach came out of. They criminally trespass you. It basically is just to make them feel good. That's like them some paperwork. That's.
All right, so y'all get the gist of it. So you guys can go over there and check out the rest of that video. Now I'm gonna reviewed the live stream that she did after that. Oops, let me get rid of this. In the clouds, in the clouds. And she gave the address and everything of the restaurant. So we're going to check out some of the reviews of the restaurants, and I'm going to give my thoughts and of everything. Let me turn this down a bit because I may have to pause it and click my mic on because I have to turn my mic off so you guys can hear clearly instead of listening through the microphone. You guys to hear clearly from this device what's being said. So I'm gonna mute my mic.
It's been crazy. So I just want to read this off real quick. So if y'all are in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, that area, Lawrenceville, Beaufort, all that area of Georgia, I just want to read off this address to y'all. This is 3420 Beaufort Drive, Suite E710. And that's in Beaufort, Georgia, 30519. Again, the address is 3420 Beaufort Drive, Suite E710. And that's in Beaufort, Georgia, 30519. So, guys, I'm reading the address out to you guys. So, if you live in this area or in the Lawrenceville, Atlanta area, and you want a good hibachi, don't go there. If you want a good hibachi to go to, if you want good service, do not go there. The restaurant, firstly, has roaches. The food is not great. It's not great, but whatever. To each his own. Some people may love it, some people may not. Actually, before we went, so Tamia's going home tomorrow. She's going back to Hawaii. She's been here with us for a couple weeks. She flew in a couple weeks ago, and we've been really enjoying each other. So that's why I haven't really been recording. We were supposed to record some videos with her. Excuse me. It didn't happen because we were enjoying each other. So, but we decided to take her to Shogun. So this place is called, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, I think I closed the. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the exact name of this restaurant. I read the reviews, and the first review that pops up is a review that says, y'all can look it up if you want to. It says that when they bought them the receipt, there was a roach in the receipt, and it was a dead roach in the receipt. So that was the first review we read, and we were laughing about it, like, really, is this serious or whatever? We know that like all restaurants can have problems like with bugs or pests and things like that, but you're supposed to keep that stuff maintenance. So we looked how long ago it was. It was like 3-4 months ago. One was 3 months ago, and then there was one more review that said that there was a roach, that they saw a roach. So we were just like, okay, that was like 3-4 months ago. Maybe if that was the issue, they got it under control or whatever. So anyways, we went to the restaurant. We tried to make the best of it. Some of the stuff that was coming out was okay. Like the drinks were like, they needed to change their fountain. It was really like, you can taste it. When you have a fountain drink and you need to change the filter, that's how the drinks tasted. So we didn't really enjoy the drinks or whatever. So whatever, it is what it is. So, the man cooked for us and the food was okay. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It was decent. It was okay. So, we're making the best. We're having a good time. We're laughing, trying to make the best of it. Kind of like, we kind of pick at certain stuff that's, that was going on in there. Like the chef, the hibachi chef, they're supposed to make you laugh. So we were just trying to have the best time that we could there. So when it was time for the checks to come, so my daughter and her boyfriend, they were on the check together. So then it was me and Lee. Then it was Lena, and their cousins came in from out of town. So it was Lena and my oldest niece, and then it was who's over here? Renaya and Nene. Y'all know Nene from Miss Diversity 3. She was here. They're both here. So they had their checks and everything. So everyone was getting ready to pay for their stuff and everything. Hey, big belly boo boo. And in the midst of us paying for the food, roach ran out of my daughter's boyfriend's food. A pregnant roach at that. It was pregnant with babies. And we were like, oh my God, like my niece Ariana was like, oh my God, it's a roach. And we were like, we thought she was playing because, we had just saw the reviews before. We was like, oh, we thought she was playing. And she was like, no, it's a roach. So she pointed and we looked in there. Lo and behold, there was a pregnant roach running around. I had to start running around the place at this point. So we went and got the server, and the server acted like come on, you knew that there were roaches in here. That's why the reviews said that y'all had roaches, or like it was at least 2 of them that said y'all had roaches. So you knew it was roaches in here. So you want to act like, oh, you're so shocked and you want to come over there. And then the man took his hand and smashed the roach with his hand. He smashed it the first time, he didn't kill it. Then he smashed it again and squished it, picked it up with his bare hand, and walked back to the kitchen with it. Disgusting. Just pure disgusting. So we, at this point, who wants to pay for roach food? I mean, you're not going to do anything about it. You're not going to discount my food. You're not going to do anything. You're going to make me pay for food that a roach just came out of. Do y'all know how expensive hibachis can be? Like, are you serious? You want me to pay full price for my meal after a roach ran out of my food? You clearly saw it. You smushed it and took it in the back, and you want us to pay full price for that. So, you know, my daughter's boyfriend was just like, oh, no, you guys need to do something about that. You need to discount me something. And they didn't want to. They didn't want to. What they said was like, you know, talk to the manager. Talk to the manager. So, you know, so of course, my husband went to talk to the manager. My husband was like, you know, we need you guys to do something. Exactly. He didn't pay. Let me tell you, he didn't. But let me get there. My husband was like, you guys need
Shit was nasty. That shit was nasty. Now I'm trying to get to the point whether they paid for food or not. She said they was about to pay for food, and then the roach popped out.
to do something about this because we're not paying for food with roaches in it. Mind you, my husband didn't eat anything from them. Lee ate nothing from them. Everybody had food. Lee said, I'm straight. I don't want any food. Give me a cup of water. So all he had was a cup of water. But Lee was telling him, hey, you know, he was telling him about Brian, which is to me, his boyfriend was like, you know, he was explaining the situation. And so the guy basically was like, no, he was like, F you, pay. He just had a really nasty attitude. He came out of a door. And what did he say to you exactly?
He said,
when he came out of the door, what did he say to you?
He came when he opened the door.
Oh, and by the way, yeah, they're racist too because they were calling us niggers. Yeah, we never called them a racist slur. No. But anyway, what else?
He opened the door and he said, he opened the door. He said, "Oh, what would you say? What was wrong? It was just a roach."
Oh,
pay
yeah.
Price.
Oh, he said pay full price. It's just
so
a roach.
I pulled out my surf safe card. I'm like, hey, listen, I've been in food management for a long time. You mean to tell me you're not gonna give no type of discount when you got a pest in somebody's food that your waiter just came over and killed and it was pregnant? And you mean to tell me you're gonna make that person pay full price for that? Not even if you don't take it off completely, you're not even gonna discount it somewhat. So he was like, no, and he slammed.
Yeah, he slammed the door. Went in the office and slammed the door like he was done. He was like, let's go, we're leaving. He's like, we're leaving. We're not dealing with it. Okay, you want to slam the door and say you're not doing anything? We left. Mind you, everyone else had paid for their stuff, even though I don't feel like no one should have paid for any of that. But anyway, we all did. It was just the one situation. So you said F you, whatever. So we proceeded to leave. We just was like, we're gonna leave. So as soon as we tried to leave out of the door, the guy runs from out of the office and jumps in Lee's face. So he jumps in Lee's face, was like, you're gonna pay, and all this kind of stuff. Mind you, Lee didn't eat any food. Remember this. Lee didn't eat any food. He had a cup of water. So you're jumping in his face to pay, and he didn't have any food. My food that I ate was paid for. Lee didn't have any food. Lee was addressing someone else's issue. But you jumped in his face and told him to pay. Pay for what? Like, even after I was trying to explain to him, I was like, he didn't even eat anything. And the waiter, his server, even looked at him and was like, hey, no, he didn't. Like, it wasn't him that had the bill. I guess he just felt like he had to still be macho, even though he was like 4 feet tall. I don't know. He just was getting in his face. The getting in the face part was bad enough. The part that was outrageous is he started to push him. He started to put his hands. So you can't put your hands on people. I'm sorry. You tried to push him because you said you wanted him to pay and he wanted to walk away because he didn't need to pay for anything. He didn't have any food. So you had the wrong person, basically. But that's your business that you had the wrong person. You were talking to the wrong person. But he proceeded to push him. And you can't assault me, whether you want to call it assault, battery, or simple battery. I don't care what it is. You can't put your hands on me. So if I would have drawn my weapon and I would have shot you, then I would have been wrong. But you're putting your hands on me. I don't know what you have. Y'all, when I tell you, I was so nervous because I just didn't want it to go to that level. I was so nervous because when he was getting in his face and when he started putting his hands on him, you know, that was, I saw Lee reaching and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want him to get shot. I don't want him to get shot, but you're steady pushing us, pay you niggers. That's what they were saying to us, pushing him. Oh, so now we racial slurs now. And you're still talking to the wrong person. So that was what was happening. And I jumped in the middle because I didn't want the man to get shot. I didn't want him to get hit. I already knew that Lee would have laid him out. Like, I already knew that. And I didn't want that to happen. Like, I didn't. I was like, it's not even that serious. You got the wrong person and it's not that serious. So you don't be putting your hands on him because trust and believe, if my husband would have hit them, punched them, beat them up, the police would have been trying to jump on my husband, even though they were the aggressor. They would have been trying to jump on him, especially if they would have shot him. If Lee would have shot him, they would have been trying to kill my husband. I had to stop. I was so scared because I know it's not fair for us. It's just not. That's just the truth. It's not fair for Black men. Even if they're defending themselves, it's just not fair for us in this world. So for him to, which he would have been within his rights. Yeah, we tried to take a picture of the roach. It was so fast. Like, the first time Lee took his camera out to take a picture, the roach had run under the plate. And so Lee thought it got away. But when they moved the plate again and seen it run again, Lee hadn't had his camera out. But the man, they know. And if you watch the last live, they admitted that it was, they admitted about the roaches and it was like, it's not a big deal. It's a restaurant. Restaurants have roaches. So yeah, they don't care. But there's pictures online under their reviews Hey, everybody that's coming in. It's pictures. If you go online, the address that I gave y'all, I'm gonna read it one more time. That I gave y'all. Look at their reviews. You can see it yourself. It's pictures of roaches in that restaurant. The address is 3420 Buford Drive, Suite E710. Maybe 5 feet. I don't even know if it was 5 feet. Maybe 5 feet. Maybe my height. I don't know, 5'2". And like, if Lee wanted to hurt that man, he could really hurt that man, but he was trying not to. The man kept jumping in his face, then pushing him and everything. And I'm just like, okay, now I'm trying to save you. I'm telling the man, like, stop touching him. I kept saying, stop touching my husband. Stop touching him. He said, this is exactly what he said. I said, stop touching my husband. He said, fuck you. Pay. That's what he told me. He told my daughter that. He told my husband that. You know Renaya. You already know Renaya. If you know Naya, it was crazy. Naya was like, you're not going to touch my dad. Like, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot going on. She was like, you better not touch him or whatever. Do you know this man drew his fist back? Like he was going to, I think it was an open hand. I don't think it was closed, but he drew it back. Like he was going to slap her. Now, see, if that was the case, it would have been, yeah, I don't even care about, like, the police are going to jail. You're not going to hit my child. He drew his hand back. Like, come on. I don't know if you think you intimidated me by doing that. If you would have hit my child, are you serious? I just told you a lot was going on. When you're in the middle of stuff, you don't think to pull out your camera to record. You don't. And I already said about the roach. I already said that. I already said that Lee tried to take a picture of the roach. He tried to take a picture of the roach. It ran under the plate, so he thought it got away. And then when he put his phone up by then, when the man came and saw it again, we picked up the plate and saw it again, he took it and smashed it. He smashed it one time. It was still alive. He smashed it again. What was that? No, you don't. No, that doesn't mean that, Jay. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. The food was not almost gone. The food was barely eaten because it already was unsanitary in there. So no, you're wrong. So anyways, y'all, the people that have all these comments like, oh, if you were picking up the check, the food was almost done anyway. No, the food wasn't almost done anyway. His food was not almost done anyway, but he was going to still pay for it, even though he did not enjoy his food. So no, that's not the case. Anyways, I'm gonna start blocking people because y'all just saying stuff or whatever. But anyways, what was I? So regardless.
I mean, I don't think they was just saying stuff right there. I think that was like a legitimate statement. Like the food was already done, and y'all was about to pick up the check. That I guess that person was speculating like y'all already had ate the food anyway. So I don't understand. Anyway, let me continue on.
Of whatever the case is, you can't put your hands on me. You can't push me. You can't put. I don't care if I say I don't want this food. I don't want to pay for this food. I don't like this food because whether it was a roach, whether it was nasty, whether I didn't enjoy it. If I don't enjoy the food and I don't want to pay for it, you can call the police on me. But you don't have.
That's true. If a customer is dissatisfied, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. And they don't have any right to put their hands on it. If it's a problem, they could just call police. That's it. Or just ban them from the store. So she's absolutely right on that note.
Have to put your hands on me. Okay, hold on. Let me start blocking. Yes, you can be out because you're going to be blocked anyway. Remove. Goodbye. People are so stupid. Very. Yes. Talking about why you pay for that. You sound so dumb. No, they were like, why wouldn't I don't know what they said. I kicked them out. Just stupid. No, Lee didn't eat anything.
What they said, she didn't want to repeat it. They basically was saying, well, the food was ate because if the check came, y'all ate the food anyway. She's saying that it was half eaten, but they was going to pay anyway. The person assumed they ate all their food. So y'all was going to pay anyway. And she was like, no, we didn't. We ate, it was half eaten. We wasn't satisfied, but we was going to pay anyway. So they was going to pay anyway. Okay. I'm not sure they paid already. I believe she said they did pay. That's the confusing part about, like, didn't y'all pay? Y'all did pay. I don't know.
He didn't eat anything from the restaurant. Nothing. When I read the reviews initially, he was just like, no. He was like, I'm not eating nothing from you. Yes. No, Tamia. Yeah, Tamia's boyfriend did. He had the food. I mean, he didn't. I mean, we got the food. It was subpar, but you know, he still was gonna be like, okay. He was like, okay, I'll just deal with it, whatever. But not if you got a roach crawling out of it. So y'all got roaches in y'all to-go containers? Like, you know, y'all got roaches in y'all to-go containers. So you mean I paid all this money for this food just for it to be roaches crawling out of it? Or whatever it was doing, however it got in and out of that. Like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not. And even if whether you agree or not, that, oh, I just would have paid anyway.
Confused. Is she paid or not? It sounded like she paid. Like they paid for it. And then she went, I think later on, she's going to talk about how they had separate checks that they paid for. We're going to continue on.
And this was like, forget it, I'm never coming back here. Okay, that's the case. Whatever you want to do, whether he paid or not, or whether you felt like he should have paid for it and just went on about his day, or whatever the case may be, whether you feel that or not, regardless of any of that, no one has the right to put their hands on you. No one. You can't push me. You can't hit me because I didn't pay for food. You can call the police and they let them settle the case and say what they want to do about the situation. But you can't put your hands on me. You don't have the right to do that. No one has the right to do that. So that's what was happening. It was a big commotion. Yeah, I know. I definitely, hold on, let me see. 2 News does these type of stories. Oh yeah, I am. Oh y'all, this not going in here. Yeah, I don't feel like we should have paid. The fact that we all paid for our food, he was the only one that was just like, hold on, you know, because of that happened. We still, if that was the case, we all wouldn't have paid for it. But he didn't. We still was like, we pay for our food anyway, but he's gonna pay for a roach. Like how
Okay, right here she says they paid, but the husband didn't pay because he only had a drink of water. Okay, because it was a little bit of confusion here because she said we were going to pay, we shouldn't pay, which is true. Because I don't think I will personally pay for that if I saw that. And you have every right as a consumer not to pay for that. And report their ass to the health inspectors, whoever you need to report them to. You shouldn't have to pay for it at all. Hibachis are expensive. Like me, my husband and I used to go to hibachi restaurants. And I went, you know, before I met him, I went before, like with my girlfriends or when I used to go on dates at the time before I met my husband. Hibachis are expensive. They are. But you know, you get your money's worth though. You get your money's worth. But they are expensive. And to see a roach,
that's not fair. So I gotta pay for it and I gotta eat a roach. When he drew his hand back, Lee was walking to the car by then. I was in his face by then. Lee was walking to the car by then because the police had been called. So Tamia called the police. Lee was walking to the car. The man still was trying to chase him, but that's when I stepped in and I was just like, stop. I was like, stop following him. I was saying a lot of stuff. Like, stop following him. Don't touch him. Don't put your hands on him. And he still cussing or whatever. And then so you didn't see him draw back and try to hit when I did you? Yeah, you did. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They were like, yes. So, hi, Xtina. Hola.
You guys could check out the rest of that live stream on the channel. Damn, they go to clouds. Y'all can check the rest of the live stream because it's an hour. But you pretty much got the gist of it, of what's going on. She's gonna like pretty much go over it, reiterate what was going on. And it's an hour and 31 minutes. So you can go on ahead and check that out on her channel. So right now we're going to check out the reviews of this hibachi restaurant. Okay, because that shit is disgusting. She started blocking people, y'all. She said, y'all asking, like, people are going to have opposing thoughts. Like, some people are very analytical. You got to understand that when you're on YouTube and you're out here and you put your lives out here, people going to have questions. Because the little questions that they ask, that's nothing compared to some of the stuff. Like, people could really get nasty. People could be like, well, why did you go? You knew they had roaches. You went to the reviews. You read the reviews and you went anyway. That's stupid itself. Like, they could have went there with them. I'm just saying. Saying that, hey, y'all already ate the food. The check came. Like, I personally wouldn't pay if I'm not satisfied with the service or the food. I personally would pay. I understand sometimes you want to pay because you try to keep the peace. You're trying to not to cause any issues. But when it comes down to roaches, that's when it becomes a health issue. Roaches carry germs and bacteria. Hell no. It'll make you sick. I don't want to pay for shit if I saw that. But to put your hands on anybody, that was wrong. That's when that manager effed up right there. That manager effed up. I'm sorry. They messed up. And I love Asian food. I love Asian food, especially Chinese food is my thing. But my husband, like on Friday, sometimes he used to bring home some food, some meals that he would like order from his job. And it's this particular Chinese restaurant that he found that he ordered from, and the food was pretty good until the delivery driver fucked up one day and the man a tip. That's another thing about it too. Why would you ask for tips? And normally my husband would tip, but why would you ask for a tip? And I believe he did it because we are people of particular color. I'm trying not to say it. You know how YT policies are and stuff, but I believe it's because of our melanin skin. I believe it's because of that. Because if we were like the snow people, I don't believe he would have demanded a tip. Like, you just don't do that. And I've experienced that before. Like, you just don't do that. So my husband was like, listen, that's why I don't like patronizing some of these foods. It only take one asshole to cause you to be like, you know what, it's a turn on. I'd rather just cook my own food. I'd rather just do this and do that. I'm not gonna patronize you no more. Like, whatever we spend our money, we should be respected. You absolutely right. And she's right. She's right. If they ate everything and decide, listen, I don't like the food, I ain't gonna pay. You shouldn't have to. What happened to the customer's always right? You know what I mean? Or is it that the customer's always right if you're white? Anyway, let's get on to the reviews. This is the restaurant right here. And we're going to look at the Google reviews. It's 63, and they have an average of 3.8. 3.8 stars. Japanese Steakhouse, $2 signs. I don't really know what that means. $2 signs. Let me see here. I think this is the one she was talking about with the receipt. There's pictures here. This was 3 months ago. The food was decent, however, I'm not sure how sanitary this place is. Ooh. When I received the bill, there was a dead roach as shown in the picture on it. I spoke to a server, mentioned that they have been spraying lately, and he did not see it when he had given it to me. Of course he haven't. They'll never see anything. I asked to speak with the manager, and she apologized and said the same thing, that they have been spraying the restaurant. I asked, how do I know that the kitchen is sanitized? Well, she said that the kitchen and everything else is fine. She don't she didn't proceed to take $8 off my bill because of the roach. I think she meant she did. The fact that wait a minute, the fact that they confirmed that they had been spraying let me know that they had roach problem. If there's there's one thing like this, then there's many. It's just make you realize. It just make you really think about the kitchen. Is it really clean? So eat at your own risk. Uh, you hear this warning? Eat at your own risk. So I know that's why the husband ain't eat shit. And then he if you when you look at the live, he's gonna go further on how he has experience in hospitality, like the restaurant business. So he has experience in that, in the food industry, the food service industry. Ooh, look at that roach. Oh my god, that's a full grown roach, yo. Oh my god. They would charge $37 for it to get to that level. There's a heavy infestation going on in that restaurant, and it needs to be shut down. Talking about they've been spraying. No, you need an exterminator. There's a serious heavy infestation going on. And you can't play with restaurants like that. No, talking about we been spraying. What you mean? You took some roach spray and sprayed a little bit before you open up? No, you need an exterminator. You need an exterminator. You need some air stoppers. You need some roach baits, all that stuff. And you need to thoroughly clean. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, how clean is that restaurant? Well, I ain't mean to close it. How clean is that restaurant? I'm gonna like it. Ooh, Lord. Ooh. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. I seen pictures. Very poor service. Ordered steak and veggies. After 40 minutes, they got me cold, chewy steak with vegetables spread out in this plastic plate with lots of soup. Couldn't chew and left the meat in the plate like this, paying $25. They replaced it with hot steak but chewy. Oh, so the food was bad. Thank God the hibachi restaurants I went to was really good. Like the last one we went to, I think they closed it down. I'm not sure. No, they didn't close it down. It was the other one. It was that other restaurant we went to. It was a buffet spot. Ponderosa. Oh my god. Oh, they closed down the Ponderosa. I wanted to cry. My girlfriend got me into that. They had the best chicken wings. Ooh. Well, at least it wasn't no roach. It probably already had climbed in here. Gross. So that's the picture. Whew, we dodged a bullet. No roaches. Okay. This one gave a good review. 9.5. Let's look at the bad ones. The lowest. Oh, these got the lowest reviews. And this was a week ago right here. Kevin Payne. This is a week ago. Went to Shogun's for lunch with my daughter. My past experience at Shogun have been positive, but unfortunately my last visit was a disaster. This was only a week ago. After getting our soup and salad, there was 40-minute delay. There was no explanation of why they weren't cooking lunch. I could bet why. They was too busy spraying for roaches. Finally, some came from the back and told us the grill wasn't working. Sure. Next, we asked to move to another table, but there's no clean hibachi tables to move to. So we was told to stay at our table while they cooked the food, while they cooked the food elsewhere. The chef cooked me a plate of rice, then took it away because he was confused. After waiting another 30 minutes, I finally got my hibachi chicken, but unfortunately the food was cold. The staff did not apologize and refused to do anything to compensate us for the terrible experience. Next time I will go to the canning house and I recommend you to do the same. Wow. That was just a week ago. Hey honey, how are you? Jack Black said 3 months ago, do not eat at this place. In all caps. Worst place ever. That means a lot coming from me, especially someone who really don't like to write reviews that much. And my wife who hates when if I write negative reviews. Told me to write negative reviews about this place. Our family went to this place to eat after we were done from moving into our new place. So we were pretty tired and hungry. After waiting around 30 minutes, everybody got the same story. They had to wait 30 to 40 minutes. Hell no, you should never let your customers wait that long. In an empty restaurant, we finally got a table. From there, another hour go by. I'm surprised they didn't get up and leave. At that point, I had to get up and leave. Another hour went by without food. I asked the waitresses and the owners of it'll take longer the chef to come out. Both said they'll go check, but never hear back from them again. Another 25 minutes go by. Wait a minute, what? Now this is like 2 hours. Are you serious? I won't be sitting there no 2 hours waiting for no food. You might as well cook at home. And my kids are hungry. Not hungry, hungry. They're hungry at this point. We got up and decided to leave. That's when it got bad. Uh-oh. Here comes the action, y'all. Here comes the drama. They got up and about to leave. Now they ain't had no food. That's when it got bad. I told the owner of my dissatisfaction. Instead of listening to our concerns, he was busy giving me excuses as to why he couldn't get to us. I told him all they had was to tell us, but why? But they couldn't. Long story short, he cussed me out and we left. Worst place ever. Damn. Wow. That's why I was that same manager. The food was good, but they appeared to be running a scam with the charges. I was charged $2 too much and sent a bill back to me to be corrected. The return was with a 50-cent credit. They insisted the fried rice was an extra charge, but I was pretty concerned that the hibachi chicken was less than the $11.40 I was charged. They insisted it was correct, so I paid it. My mother returned to the restroom and stated she was charged too much. I asked for a menu to see the prices. They bought a menu and left quickly. I showed someone the price on the menu, and the total charge was $11.40. The fried rice upcharged. He argued with me and said words that made no sense. My mother explained she had charged too much. Also, he really began arguing. Both of us are polite and calm, but do have boundaries. He left with my receipt and did not return. Another man came to my table and bought my mother extra rice, stating he could not do it credit because it was given to her extra rice. They had offered me extra rice, but I refused. I don't blame you. They did not return my receipt to me and stated it had a credit of $150. I asked to speak to a manager. He said the manager doesn't come here. So beware. Take a picture of your menu prices. They are making quite a bit of money running what appears to be a scam. What is a shame is because the food. So they wasn't going to. That's another thing too. They didn't want to refund them or credit them, but they just want to offer extra food. And I was having a discussion with my husband when we first saw this stuff unfold. Like, why it seem like it ain't just restaurants, it's like beauty supply stores, any stores ran by these folks. Why do it seem like in particular areas with certain people of melanin, okay, why seem like when you ask for a refund, they don't never want to give a refund? Like they might give you a credit, or they might give you allow you to exchange if it's possible, but they don't never ever want to give you your money back on anything. So literally never come back here. It's my worst experience ever, restaurant ever. Me and my friends came. This was 3 weeks ago for hardcore dinner, and we had reservations, and the lady literally sat like 10 people before us and ignored the fact that we had reservations. We waited almost an hour to be seated and got our drinks and appetizer 30 minutes after sitting. The restaurant wasn't even that crowded, so yeah, I see why. So that's was not reasonable at all. The tables was also dirty and had crumbs all over it. Ew. And the menu was sticky. Ew. When we asked for our check back, the lady took forever to bring it to us. We still paid for our drinks, but we missed over an hour of our huckle because of how long it took for us to literally be seated and get drinks. We ended up getting Wendy's, which was definitely an upgrade from this disgusting establishment. Damn. If that was us, we could have left after a heart. That's what I'm saying. One person sat and waited for almost 2 hours. Oh, hell no. Waiting 2 hours for food. That was better off going to like Red Lobster or something. Oh, that. Or go to a buffet place. At least the food's already made and ready. Thanks to this location, I had the worst Mother's Day I ever experienced. After waiting an hour, did I read this already? Dang, it's like the same thing. Waiting an hour, waiting a half hour, waiting 40 minutes to be seated. Waiting an hour to be seated. My family and I watched people sat down after us. Get waiting on. We had to get up and go ask somebody to take our order. We have been waiting so long that the waiter tried to convince us to just leave by telling us that we couldn't have any sushi because it was too late in the night. And there was also no sweet tea. After seeing other people eating sushi and drinking sweet tea, asked for the manager, but the waiter wouldn't get her. We also we asked 6 times and still wouldn't get her. I would have left. I wouldn't ask for shit. I would have left. And that's was 6 months ago. So I don't understand why they even went. Why they even went to that place. Like, look at these reviews. It's terrible. Ready to be seated. 4 people looked at us. No one would see us. After about 15 minutes, we finally set ourselves. We sat at the table, no service. After that, we finally left. Don't eat here. That was 6 months ago. Nobody would say anything about them. They probably did them because they know there was probably gonna be a roach popping up. And that kitchen is, if the tables are nasty. One person said on a review that the table had crumbs and stuff. It was nasty. It wasn't clean. Could you imagine how that kitchen is? If they're lazy just to wipe down the tables after customers leave, could you imagine how nasty that kitchen is? No wonder they got roaches. They need to be shut down by the health department. You don't do that to people. The health department alone, and be reported by the Better Business Bureau. This was a year ago right here. This is a year ago. I'm probably gonna check on recent stuff. Poor service. We went there a few weeks ago. One lady was doing all the work while the rest of the staff stood by. She was waiting tables, welcoming seating guests, as well as answering phones. Took forever to get our food, and service was slow. Can't blame our server as it seemed like no one else was off. She did her best. The lady behind the sushi counter seemed she couldn't even answer the constant ringing phone. Just stood there the whole time. We were there seeing she was literally one job. So she was doing all the work. They won't seat groups of less than 5 for hibachi. We were told food was pretty basic. The place is dreary and and in good need of deep cleaning and over. Why so many people say that it's not that clean? Ugh. I can't sit in no dirty restaurant. The kitchen probably looked like garbage dumps. Yup, pretty much. There's somebody in the back talking. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. This person said, we waited 30 minutes for a table, another 15 for drinks. After an hour and a half, they finally came out to cook our food, and we saw a roach. There it is. That was 4 months ago. Ooh. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. That's gross. Cannot say enough bad things about this place. From the horrible customer service to the food to the nastiness of the restaurant. And this was 11 months ago. Floors, carpet, disgusting, sticky. We stood at the front for 15 minutes until we finally called and got somebody to host and stand. Rice was sticky and uncooked. My filet mignon was overcooked. Kept telling him, hey, can you take it off the grill? Didn't bring us dessert. Had to grab our own Togo boxes. My whole group was dissatisfied. I would never come back here again. Never got a refill water. I'm so disappointed. Spent $50 for 2 plates of food, and it was not as much as normal hibachi. Never again. I would not recommend anybody to this location. They went anyway. Yeah, this was like this 11 months. They read all this and still went to that place. Why would you just still go thinking you try to give a chance or you try to have content? Content. In case something pop off, got some content. I'm just saying. Food okay, chef every rule, and they take it upon themselves to add gradually without asking or telling you they are doing so. When ticket comes, they out. Gradually is blank. So you fill it out. It will be doubled. You add to the main ticket. Ask to talk to manager about what's told. No manager on duty. Oh, his ass was there. He also said it's on a page, a menu, small point, tip, but I don't like it for them to decide for me what to tip. Exactly. Another guest at our table said they screwed themselves by doing this, as he would have tipped much more. Damn. You don't want to tip them. They got to know to ask for tips. They got to know to ask for tips. That's way too long for food. Exactly. Okay. 10 months ago. Damn. Food was great. Customer service provided. Our server was absolutely terrible. Her name was Angela, and she was extremely rude. Clear and very bluntly displayed the acts of caring about her customers and money and not about giving her customer service. Will not be coming here again. This is a year ago. Year of bad. It's a lot of. Oh, it's a year ago. Worst hibachi ever. I think this one got a photo, right? Oh, it might be for something else. Nah, that's for something else. Let me go back. Oh, I lost it. But let me go to most recent, like the newest. Let me go to the newest. Oh, damn. 2 days ago, roaches. No. We used to eat sushi at Nokino, however, the restaurant stayed nasty. Long wait, staff, alert. Shogun has been my go-to place for sushi. Delicious sushi and very nice staff. Wait a minute, how you love this? How you say it was nasty, but you love the place? There's still a black rule. That don't count. Them 4 stars don't count. With the Shogun and I don't know. Oh, I read this already. This is 3 weeks ago. Slow, poor service, long waits, takeout. People were complaining in the restaurant. Some left because of no host seat them. They even allow a dog in the establishment. I don't know. Maybe the dog is there to kill roaches. I don't know. Oh, that's a customer dog. It's a customer dog. I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. Very unprofessional. Waited 20 minutes just for the waiter to skip me and help a party that just walked in. Will never eat at this location again. Damn. Some people say they had great experiences like 4 weeks ago. They could be fake. They could be co-workers. They acting like other people. Trying to put good reviews out on here. So you gotta watch out for that. Cause they're scammers. You know they're gonna have or hire people to act like they were customers here and put good reviews out. Lobster's a little stiff, nasty. Here's another one with 5 stars, but then complain about the food. Make that make sense. The lobster is a little bit stiff and nasty, but tasty. I thought they said nasty, but it's tasty. The cooks were very nice. Blah blah blah. You shall best. You're right. They probably gonna add that in and throw it off to make it like they don't want to seem like they too being too nice with the review. Whatever. Stood in front for almost 20 minutes without being acknowledged. No one even said it was being ignored. Food is usually good. You get small portions if you don't sit at the hibachi. Also beware, they take delivery of billing an 8% tip. 8%, 18% tip. 18% tip into the final bill. Then they conveniently leave the gradual with the gratuity line open to catch the folks who just look at the bottom line price and add 15 to think their hustle is to take advantage of people who are trying to be generous. Yeah, that sound like they scamming to me. Are they supposed? I don't think they supposed to be tipping on 18%. They ain't supposed to give you an 18%. Charge you an 18% tip. Tip's supposed to be like something that you would want to take. That should be optional. Really. I read that one already. That's the one with. Did you see the one with the roach with the receipt? That was the top one. It was a roach in the receipt. Let me show it again. That's the one with the roach in the receipt. You see that roach? Like, wow. Let me blow it up. That's a roach. That is a roach. Is it dead or alive? I don't know. There's a roach. Probably is a dead roach. That shit is crazy. So far, I saw 2 roach reviews. Lowest, highest, lowest. Tip. Overcooked, Mother's Day. Chef, waitress, food and services. Why they don't got the oldest on here? They left from new to old. I ain't even get the Yelp. I don't think I have to. It's probably gonna be the same thing. How long has this place been in business? Somebody say quality sushi or for date night. Now according to these people, having dinner with my boys. Got months of them. They should be thankful that they're able to open up and serve people after what was going on last year. And they want to be nasty like that? Damn, they waited 2 hours when they had to leave because they only had 2 cooks. Dang. That was oh that was a year ago. A year ago. If I could give them 0 stars, I would. I went to my mother's birthday on January 31st. This is a year ago. Waited seated at the grill for 15 minutes before I could even get my drink. Then they charged a tip another family member had placed on a receipt to my bill. The worst service ever, and charged on my card that I did not authorize. The worst. They charge on your card you didn't authorize. How they get your card? Unless they try to sneak a charge you in after that. Now that is some scamming. What's this? They say in Spanish. Grateful, Atabachi. I guess things must have changed within a year or so. Unless this is like I said, it could be co-workers just putting in good stuff. Two years ago, and here's an older one. The hibachi cook was so rude. I didn't want my food anymore. I have never been taught to in such a way. I will never come back, nor would I recommend this place to even a dog. Damn. This guy look like he's Caucasian. Damn, they just don't like nobody. Sook, the manager, just lost a 12-year customer. Uh-oh, here we go. This was written 2 years ago. I wonder if that's that guy named S-U-K, Sook. Sook, the manager, just lost a 12-year customer by not taking our perfectly good coupon for $10 off. We get a coupon each month in the mail that expires on the 15th of the month. For years, we come out once a month and use the coupon for lunch. Today, Sook decided not to take the coupon. Where on the coupon does it say it can't be used for lunch? She made that up. We get it in the mail for years, and today she decided not to take it. Crazy. She totally needs management training. Terrible customer service. Shogun needs to honor this coupon and make it right. What company would lose a long-term customers over $10? Sook did, and she represents Shogun. Even though I even asked her that, and she said yes, I will lose a customer. Really? She would rather lose a customer over a coupon that sent me. We come because of the coupon. That's why corporation issues coupons to get customers to spend at location. Soup had no clue, but she had no deal about not at all. Not at all. That was crazy. How long I've been live? Ooh, I've been live over an hour. So let me see. Damn it. So you can read these reviews for yourself. This is going to be the end of the live. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming, stopping by. Thank you for the people that's going to watch the replay, because I know you are. I know you are. And I am out. It's just be careful out there going to these establishments, because it's crazy. And you should always be respected wherever you spend your money. You should be respected. Don't ever patronize any place that don't respect you. And I am Mrs. M, and I am out. Later. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check all the information in the description box. And see you next time. Bye.